Hi, everyone. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's a beautiful day outside. The sun has made a comeback. So hopefully she'll decide to stay a little while. Today's topic has been inspired by recent events. And it's important to address that because it is something in general that is good to pay attention to in order to do a little self-care. I'm talking about pushing buttons. Now, you may say, how is that related to self-care? I shall explain in a little bit. However, it's important to remember or notice that, we all have buttons that get pushed all the time, and perhaps we are the button pushers sometimes, even when we don't mean to. So it's important to address this when it does happen, especially if it repeatedly happens, so that we know how to deal with it once and for all, or perhaps why it happens. Oh, Theo has made an appearance here. And when well, we all have those friends who continuously push our buttons, even when they don't mean to, or perhaps we push some buttons for people even when we don't mean to. And there are some who really, let's be honest, actually mean to do that all the time for whatever reason. Now, why do we have these buttons that get pushed? What are they? They're really just soft spots that are sensitive due to reasons, perhaps some past hurts that haven't really been dealt with. So when our buttons get pushed, the person who needs the most attention and care at the time is actually ourselves, because we need to tend to this wound, to this hurt, so that we could take care of it. This is where the self-care comes in. We need to pay attention to why. Why do we feel, for example, sensitive about something very specific every time somebody mentions it? What is that about? If you really think about it and you're very honest with yourself, you will see that somewhere in the past, something regarding that topic has bothered us before and has never really been addressed. So when we bring something to the light, it sheds, it sheds light on it and it becomes illuminated, so we can actually recognize what the issue is. With regards to, people we don't know, somebody snaps at us for no reason sometimes. Perhaps we're the one who pushed the button and didn't really realize it. However, when people continuously do this and we do realize that the buttons are getting pushed, there are a lot of world leaders who push collective buttons, as we have witnessed in the past weeks, shall we say. It is up to us to set a boundary. It is always up to us. It is never without. It is always within, from within. So blaming someone else is never addressing that problem. You can blame all you want, but you're the one who's letting this affect you. So the wound is in you. The hurt is in you. And what you can do is set a boundary. Decide that I am not going to let this come any further. I am not going to let this bother me. I'm going to address this, and no amount of stimulation or instigation or pushing is going to affect me, because I will not let it. I know how to deal with that. I have dealt with that. That is healed. We can all heal ourselves, even collectively. There's so many things we can do. I don't want to get political or anything like that. This can apply to any situation. personal is what I'm interested in, because each individual, the more empowered, the more balanced we are, the better our vibrations are, and the better we can affect others in a positive way. So keep things positive, everyone. It is important to do that. With that being said, pay attention next time that your buttons are getting pushed. And I'm not talking about anything news related, just on an individual basis, in your regular lives, in your daily living, your interactions with people. Pay attention to when you show a strong reaction to something. That is a button being pushed. Pay attention to it and catch yourself and look within and figure out, why did I react like that? Why was this important for me to react to? What was it so sensitive that made me react? Ask these questions from yourself. Only you will know, and you can be truthful with yourself. And then, once you address that, you realize a lot of healing can take place. And next time, that button can be pushed all at once, and you are not going to react that way, and it's not going to make that effect on you. Believe me, it will help you. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends and whoever you think will benefit. This is Miriam, and I will see you next time. Namaste.